Monarchy is also relatively good. I wish I could have researched it so that we could have grabbed something like feudalism or divine right, but we couldn't. Ooh. I don't know. Either way, we're going to get double holy city because we have two cities right now, and if I grab code of laws or theology, we're going to either found Christianity or Confucianism. Both which give us a you know, I think I will do theology. Leave in the comments below if, you know, if you have a direct reason as to why it shouldn't be theology, but we'll grab it anyway. The Hagia Sophia workers build improvements 50% faster. That could be useful. Stonehenge, free monument in every city, centers the world map. Kinda useful, but we only have two cities, both of which have monuments in them. Kinda useless then. The pyramids enable us all government civics, kind of useful, kind of not. The Temple of Artemis, plus 100% trade route yield, plus 1 free priest. That is relatively good, and it's relatively cheap right now, so I am going to build the Temple of Artemis. We've advanced to the medieval era, because we've researched.
Two cities have been formed by two loves, the earthly by the love of self, the heavenly by the love of God.
Theology, which enables theocracy, first to discover, founds Christianity, leads to divine right and paper. Gives us access to the Hagia Sophia and the Apostolic Palace. We're not going to start Christianity right now. However, our Christian missionary is right up here. Hello. Which I am going to run down here and spread to Cusco. I'm going to put a mine on here and... Oops, hello. Move you up there, and there's Washington up there. I'm going to move around some people in Cusco because that doesn't seem like... Yeah, we're trying to get... because we're not growing without having that there. However, that might be more useful than the commerce right now. I do need to work on that, however, so I might do that and then grow faster to do that.
It is entirely seemly
So now we have
for a young
that.
man
We will
killed in
now
battle to lie mangled by the
adopt
bronze
slavery.
steel. In his death, all things appear fair.
I will indeed adopt organized religion. Since Christianity is in two of our cities, I will be changing to that. Yeah, you can't convert to Christianity, so we'll probably wait a little bit. Washington has ivory. It's also relatively close to the so Christianity is in both of those. Now we'll be switching into Christianity. So 2 turns of anarchy. It actually looks like Saladin might be in a desert area. Oops. There comes my taskbar. And Washington is now approaching us with open borders, which I will happily do. It didn't give us any poor relations with them. Kill that off. It actually looks like it's scrunched Montezuma and myself relatively close together while spacing everyone else relatively far apart. Which could be very bad. Which is why I wish to switch from a settler to a Christian missionary. Because we are in organized religion, we can build missionaries without monasteries. we're going to run up here and grab the gold with a road to it to connect it up to our trade network. Running around on these hills, relatively helpful. And I believe I am going to build 2 farms out here on these floodplains by the ocean, just to have a extra food for whipping with slavery. Lots of desert and useless tiles up here, it seems. Actually looks like lots of desert and useless tiles. Anyway, as you can see, this is what I meant by the solid shoreline. As you can see here, how this map generated, Washington is kind of out here on his own little limb through this direction. With any of the other shorelines, this would have been cut off, and it wouldn't be as thick as it is. Meaning that Washington would only have one way in and out, which could be good for Washington and bad for everyone else. But it could also be good for everyone else. Been searching out this peninsula over here and looking for other people. Mehmed does not seem to have any espionage going to him, but that seems relatively useless. As you can see what I mean by Montezuma being relatively backwards by his score. When we move up there and destroy that wolf, we also come over here. It looks like it goes relatively far, which could be good for Washington, bad for us, because he could expand off into that, and then have a relatively small area to defend from people coming inwards. It looks like Boudica is somewhere up in this area, because her scouts have been up in this area. We're the most cultured civilization in the world. Here we are. We have someone. This is Ottoman, so this is Mehmed II is up here. So Boudica is somewhere else, which is not over here. This is a relatively interesting Pangaea map formation, simply because it's forming in these strange kind of spokes. I do have open borders, so I can go in there. I keep forgetting that.
You should hammer your iron when it is glowing hot.
Oops, I kind of skipped that. Didn't look at it. Well, I have to look at it through the Cyclopedia. You know what? I think I'm going to go up the music path. Why aren't I grabbing that? Go to do that there. Grab drama so we can adjust the culture rate, and then come back, grab mathematics and music. The reason, because this does seem like a relatively good cultural victory map. The Source of Iron by Tawanaku. It seems like a relatively good cultural victory map because none of these leaders are really big cultural people. Saladin and Mehmed might be, because of course I'm not really sure about them. However, Montezuma, Boudica, and Washington are not cultural people. Montezuma kind of is cultural. I've known him to have quite a few wonders. However, he ends up getting scientifically backwards, meaning he only gets the wonders that no one else wants. This strange leg of land over here, which does have a lot of interesting resources once you get past the jungle, but is also relatively useless simply because it's so far away from the capital. We have seen Istanbul, and we have trained a Christian missionary in Tiwanaku, and work has begun on the settler once again. Here we have found... Oops. Here we found Saladin out here on this strange leg of land. He does have a very interesting area. However, I do believe he's going to be blocked off by Washington, because there's not a lot of land area on this arm right here, which I do believe Washington will grab. And there's also not a lot of land area out here in general. It's a very thin piece of land. So I believe he is going to be blocked off. This Christian missionary, I'm going to run up to Tenochtitlan and spread Christianity to Montezuma, and hopefully convert him to Christianity. I'm going to be running over here and connecting with this iron to my trade route. Hello. We'll be running around in Saladin cities. Do we have that? Yeah, see, our open borders have brought our people close together, and I do believe that the amount of good relations that come from that expand the longer that you have it. So perhaps in another 100 years or so, we will have more. We'll have a +2 relationship because of that, and it will balance out our close borders. So now we've spread Christianity to Tenochtitlan, but yeah, he won't convert to Christianity because he doesn't like us enough. However, if I grab... let me think. Oh, he converted to Christianity on his own. Cusco has become unhealthy, but that is because of all of the floodplains, which... right? Yes, it's +5 from population, however it has 6 total health. Again, +3 from the difficulty level, +1 from the forest, and +2 from the fresh water. But +5 from population and +2 from the floodplains. We really don't have to worry about this because while I'm in slavery, I whip a lot, especially in the capital. So what we really have to worry about is unhappiness, because the from population will be almost nothing once I begin creating buildings that slavery actually affects. Montezuma here wants us to... Ooh, we have the years of peace of strength in our relationship, and we care for the brothers and sisters of our faith. I'm not going to cancel deals with Washington, simply because what I'm going to do next is spread Christianity to Washington, and hopefully convert him to Christianity, which would then make him and Montezuma not as angry with each other. So I can deny him there, which still keeps us relatively good with each other. Yeah, I don't have anything else I can trade with him yet. So yeah. Hey, go back here. Let's zoom out a little bit. Thank you. They're building a settler up here, but once again, I am going to put in a Christian mission, not below it, a Christian missionary for that. And I'm going to go to Cusco and move them around a little bit. Put that there. See if I can get a little bit more commerce coming in. And we'll continue to walk around here. It seems that we've discovered everyone except Boudica. However, if instead... No, wrong one. If instead of... wrong one again. If instead of literature after this, we turn around... What? That enables technology trading, not map trading. What allows map... Oh, paper allows map trading. Paper's... somewhere. Paper. Hello. Paper? You don't discover physics before paper. Paper. You couldn't write the... Here it is. Paper. Yeah, it's relatively far up. It's past theology. So we'll grab music first, then come back for paper. Code of Laws does allow courthouse. I guess I should have grabbed that instead of theology. But we can build the Apostolic Palace. once again, does that sound good now? Not really, and he does have iron and a lot of gold over here. Saladin. What are you doing over there? Put a cottage on that. Over here by Mecca. Yeah, he's got archers. If I wanted to, I could in fact quite rush Montezuma. Do I want to do that? It'd give me an extra city. No, I think it's too late to quite rush, because they're gonna start moving out of archers eventually.
Art for art's sake is an empty phrase. Art for the sake of truth, art for the sake of the good and the beautiful, that is the faith that I am searching for.
And I believe that is... what's his name? Whoever created this game. I can't think of what his name is right now. I think that's him speaking right there. This leads to literature and drama, aesthetics does, and allows us to build the Parthenon, statue of Zeus, and the Shwedagon Paya. So there's really easy wonders to pronounce, and then there's hard wonders to pronounce. The statue of Zeus is very useful for not diplomatic conquest and domination victories, because your enemies suffer 100% war weariness. It's also a very good wonder to have for any other victory, really, simply because if you're going for another victory, you're going to be fighting a defensive war, not an offensive war most of the time. Sure, you'll pick up cities once in every once in a while you'll pick up a city to kind of say, hey, now I've got a city, go away. So you will be attacking offensively, but it'll be more defensive war, so it'll be good for the enemy to have 100% war weariness. The Parthenon for great people is also relatively good for cultural victories. I'm gonna go over here and put a thing on that ivory. Probably hook up the stone. And Saladin is very, very far away, so I don't think he'll be much of a threat. Where's my foreign? There we are. So yeah, as you can see right now, we have open borders with everyone. However, Boudica and Mehmed have open borders with each other. And with our... what the hell does this do? Yeah, with the bug mod, this is much more organized and much nicer looking. I have no idea what those things mean. But yeah, this is the kind of at a glance. As you can see, where are we? Here we are. I have -2 with Saladin, because he's Buddhist. So we get -4 from that. We have +2 with Montezuma, +2 with Boudica, +1 from Washington, and +2 from Mehmed. Open borders for everyone. No, don't cancel the deal. No connect trade network. Saladin, I guess he is a religious civ, simply because his favorite civic is religion. Montezuma, as you can see, put the police state. Boudica, universal suffrage. I don't know where that puts her, because it's production, but I don't know. Washington, free speech, of course. And Mehmed, vassalage. Of course. That does somewhat put him as a warmonger, but not as mad as Montezuma. And no tech trading yet. Oh, there's Boudica. She's down here with Saladin, or no, she's over here by Mehmed. I thought she was below Saladin for some reason. I hope I'm not breathing on the microphone. I moved my head there for a second, and it was over the microphone. I'm going to pause the video here, flip over the recording, to hopefully get rid of a little bit of lag.